So I'm here today at the Gun Owners of America booth, and we're here because we've seen this video that's gone a bit viral.
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about what happened there.
Well, one of our attorneys, Stephen Stamboulier, went and paid a visit to the ATF because somebody mentioned to him, hey, this is a trap. So he went over to talk to them and say, okay, so let me get this right. People apply for the forms and for SBRs and braces and all that stuff, and then if the background check is not completed within 88 days, it's null and void. And so, in essence, people are admitting that they have a SBR because it's already built, and the rules and regulations are declaring what has been legal now as an illegal product. So if they go in and submit the fingerprints and the photographs and all of that, ATF, and by the way, the FBI is no longer doing the background checks, ATF is having to do them. So it adds to the time frame for them to try to complete them and stuff. They cannot complete them in 88 days.
Okay.
That goes away. What happens next? Well, our attorney was talking to one of the agents, and he said, well, you know, while they're going through the administrative process of applying, there's no problem. He stopped, got a supervisor. She came in and said, what's your question? What happens after 88 days? It switches into an enforcement issue. So expect a knock on the door. You are an admitted possessor of a product that makes you a felon. Okay. Prison time, fine. So we cannot tell people not to comply with the law.
Right.
You know, we are the people that when we don't like laws, we fight to change them. And that's what we're doing right now. That's why we have lawsuits that we're working on right now to deal with this issue. Lord willing, we'll get a stay on the enforcement of this whole monstrosity, and then good people will not be put in harm's way.
Okay. So, just mechanically speaking, I just want to make sure I understand how the sort of trap works. Mm-hmm. So the idea is, typically when you apply for an SBR, you have not already built an SBR.
Correct.
And so when the 88 days passes and they have not gotten back to you, you get your automatic denial. It's okay because you are not in possession of an illegal SBR.
Correct.
But in this case, everyone who's applying, thus flooding the system with new requests, has already had their SBR in their possession. They've sent in pictures, and now they're going to be denied just sort of automatically by the system because time is too long, and then it will roll over to being enforced.
That is, in a synopsis, that's exactly accurate.
Okay.
So people will be admitting to the federal government that they are a felon. And it's because they have defined the pistol brace guns as SBRs now under the regs. So our folks are going to want to comply with the law. And in doing so, they are, they're being trapped with violations of their First Amendment, their Second Amendment, their Fifth Amendment, and ultimately the 14th Amendment as well. So totally unconstitutional. We are on it. We're going to fight this thing all the way. If it were me, I'm from California, so pistol braces are kind of dreams. They're unicorns. But if it were me, I would wait to see what's going to happen. Just a little bit of time.
Okay.
And if you're concerned, again, I'm not an attorney, and this isn't advice. But what I would do is I would maybe disassemble the gun and make it into a legal configuration. Okay. But that is, in essence, that's it. Okay. They want us to admit that we are felons so they can come get us, knowing full well. And I don't think that was an accident. Some people say, well, they're not smart enough to think ahead as to what's going to happen with the 80-day period and the drop-off and the enforcement. I don't think it's an accident. Our attorneys might not be saying that, and they're wise not to. I am a member of the Board of Directors of Gun Owners of California and Gun Owners of America. And with my experience in 1980 dealing with this, there are no accidents.
It's not incompetence, it's malice.
You took the words right out of my mouth, man. So folks, pay attention. Listen to these broadcasts. take a look at your own situation, and act accordingly. Be cautious.
Yeah.
Be cautious.
Be safe.
Yes. 100%.
And what is the timeline looking like for the stay if you do get a stay?
Well, we cannot predict as to when a court is going to act, but we are right now. We're making sure that we're sending pizza and beer and peanuts to our attorneys to make sure that they don't leave their offices or their homes where they're working on this thing and get this thing done. This is on the fastest track of anything that I've seen in a very long time. So all I can say is that pay attention to your news sources, to you folks, to whoever they listen to, Guns and Gadgets, Gun Guy TV, Armed Scholar, Four Boxes Diner. Pay attention to your news sources, and thank you for coming here in order to share this information with come here to find out what you need to do to stay safe. And all I can tell you as gun owners of America is we got our best track shoes on, and we're running as hard as we can to get this thing resolved for the law-abiding and wonderful citizens of America.
Well, thank you very much. Cheers.
The pleasure's mine. Thank you.